Okay, just a quick review. It says start by filling out your T-chart with the following vocabulary words. Tax. That's something we add, right? That's sales tax. We also pay taxes, but that's not usually the way we use it for these problems. Tip, is that something you add or subtract? Something you add to your bill. Discount, now that means the price is going down, so that's a subtraction. Gratuity, remember we said it sounds like gratitude? So gratuity and tip are the same thing. Sale, we like sales, that means our price is going down. So does rebate. Rebate's like a coupon, it's a little bit different, but not really. Commission is something that's added to your salary. So if you are getting commission, you are getting money added to what you earn. And good for you. All right. Let's do this. Number 1 says, last year there were a total of 870 students at Miller. This year there are 783. What is the percent decrease of students at Miller Intermediate? Percent decrease, bing, bing, bing. It's percent and it has that word decrease in there. So first you have to find the decrease. It went from 870 to 783. Do that subtraction. And if I'm going too fast, hit pause. Don't copy me, because you know it might be wrong. Alright, that decrease, that is what goes in our proportion. Because percent says bing, 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 you need a proportion. So, if it's percent decrease, we put the change over the original. It's just like a percent problem, a little bit different. We decreased 87 students. Excuse me. The total goes on bottom, is 870. You are going to find out what percentage that is. And you might even do it in your head, and that's A-okay as well. Alright. The Census Bureau released a report with updated information based on recent surveys. So the Census Bureau, every 5 years, I think, they take a census and they try to count every single person in the country, which is a huge undertaking. They send you a paper and you have to fill it out, how many people live in your house and that kind of thing. So the Census Bureau released a report based on surveys. They said that in 2016 there were 134,400 people living in Waco, Texas. In 2017 the population increased, important word there, by 11%. What is the new population? So our answer, the new population, is blank, right? So if it increased, will our answer be more or less than 134,400? It should be more. So if we don't get an answer that's more, we're not right. So we know it's a percent, set up your proportion. And on top of 100 goes our percent. And our original, what we started at, right? That is my 134,400. X is what we're going to find out. We're going to find out what 11% is. So first we're going to cross product. big number. And 100 times x, 100x. Now I have an equation to solve. It's like my proportion doesn't exist. I don't care about it anymore. I am now working on this equation. I am going to divide by 100, which means I can cross out these last two zeros. And that means every number divided by 100 is just itself, or I'm sorry, by 1 is just itself. So 11% is 14,784. Is that my answer? The new population is 14,000. Well, now wait, if it started at 134,000, how could it only be 14,000 now? That's right, it increased, so you have to add. They trick you. Now, could our new population be 149,184? Of course it can, because that's bigger than 134,000. So I know you do all this work. Stop and make sure it makes sense. Give me some weird answers. You get it wrong. You do all the work. All right. Number 3 says the price of a couch was reduced from $875 to $700. By what percentage was the price of the couch reduced? This reduced is a key word. We're going to have to find out how many dollars it reduced first. Oops, 700. It changed $175. That is my top number in my percent proportion. And it says by what percentage, so I know that's my x. Now, the bottom is going to be my original. Is my original price $875 or $700? Absolutely. Hit pause and solve that. All right, number 4 says, Mr. Davis, if you're not done with number 3, you need to pause it. Go back and finish number 3. Mr. Davis started the school year with 15 students. Then more students were added to his class. The number of students increased by 20%. What was the change? Now remember, we see percent, we know it's a proportion, and then we see increase, we know that's a special percent proportion. So we have change over original equals percent over 100. So when we fill in our proportion, the percent goes over 100. And our change is what we're looking for, so that's your x. And 15 is where we started. So you're finding out how many people were added to the class.